This is a PRAKSIS podcast.
Hello, my name is Nicholas Jones. Today I'm here with residents from current residency, Your Pleasure, Our Pain, The Ethics of Luxury, to record the PRAKSIS podcast.
Hello, good morning. I'm Béatrice Sylvie. I live in Paris, and I'm right now studying in Paris at the Haute École de Joaillerie, and I'm studying jewelry.
My name is Nanna Melland. I'm a Norwegian jewelry artist. I'm based in Oslo. I'm also born in Oslo. I have a career in the contemporary jewelry field where I haven't worked with precious stones.
Bwalya Bwalya from Lusaka, Zambia, running Rudolph's Gems, a lapidary. So an activist as well, promoting value addition in the entire value chain in Zambia and better communities.
So the residency, Your Pleasure, Our Pain, The Ethics of Luxury has been developed with the LuCAC Centre for Contemporary Art, the Goethe-Institut and Institut français, as well as with Rudolf Gems, which Bwalya has just mentioned is one part of, together with her husband Rudolf Kangwa. And at the beginning of this residency, which has been running for just under the last month, we recorded a conversation about what is luxury to you, just as we were getting to know each other. And today, at the end of the residency, we thought it would be interesting to revisit that question. So what is luxury to you now, at the end of this?
Well, as we have been in this residency for 4 weeks, what came up very, very strongly to me is the luxury of time, that I was able to have all this time invested in being around people from different parts of the world, and expanding the concept of time. Like many times we didn't know how the schedule would develop, but we still had this flexibility in our lives to be open for that. And I find that is an extreme luxury in contemporary life, where everything is running so fast and you need so many plans. So it's been a challenge to go into this space with so much time needed. And as I started off this conversation, I remember in the beginning, I proposed that luxury was to have enough. So I guess I haven't changed that much, because to have enough time is also to have time. But as this developed, it's less material and more an idea and relationship with having time is a luxury.
And how about you, Beatrice?
Okay, yes, for me, for sure, luxury means branding, high-end companies in the jewelry industry, but also in the fashion industry. And I come from this world, so it's about having this experience of beautiful and quality products that you can have, you can get, or you can just see. Sometimes when you just look at the windows, actually, it's about luxury, and you have that sense of belonging to this. So, but it's really about what you see. So you have to look at this, and you feel that either you can approach it, you can touch it, but it's also a world that is has a certain distance as well.
So there's about kind of identity, quality, status.
Yes, exactly. Yes, know-how, heritage is very, very important, and so it's always for few people. Actually, it's not for everyone, but we are part of this, and everything that we can do, for example, in Paris, I think it's also about luxury. So, but what I've experienced here during the residency is what people call the quiet luxury, and I can say yes, luxury does exist here. it's more about being more silent about it, but it's also about quality of life. To have time, as you were saying, Nana, about time, the fact that time is something that you can't buy. That means that each day you have to think about this, and I think that the Norwegian people are really have understood this, and yesterday I went in some areas in I think it was next to the mountains, and I've seen some incredible, beautiful houses, and everything was like open. It's also about freedom, because if I can compare, for example, in Paris, everything is closed, everything is secret, but here also luxury, it's about open a little bit.
Yeah. So that sense, as you walk around the place, like the way that you can feel in it, that if people are comfortable and open, and you can see into the gardens, that's this kind of sense of security as well as this kind of and comfort, and the same. Maybe what you're talking about is this kind of slow luxury, but one where you look after yourself well in a way. So like maybe you have access to good food, but access to nature, good work-life balance, and then also time. That's kind of talking about like this kind of versus maybe like high brand luxury, expensive luxury, which is obviously good, but there maybe you actually have to put, I don't know, pressure on yourself to always look right, to be have enough money to afford it. This kind of balance between maybe the busy city luxury versus the
Yes, exactly. And at the end, you finally, my conclusion is that for me, what worth more, it's the life quality than finally the things that you can expose. For sure, you like it because we like to be well dressed. We like to,
a little bit of glamour.
Yes, also I think it is a part of the game, but actually what really worth and cost for me a lot, it's about the time you spend with your family, with your friends, with people that you can meet. And we've met a lot of people here, so it's also very luxurious for me. So thank you for that, really, because it was, yes, each day actually it's a day of luxury, I could say.
And how about you, Bwalya?
I think when we started, my whole thought of luxury was exclusive, expensive, exceptional quality. And during the residency, I've now factored in, and for me, I'm looking at just in general, and I've decided luxury is what you make it. It comes to branding. So you're right, Beatrice, in the terms of how things are branded. So for me, I've come here with having learned of how we now sell gemstones as a luxury, right? But we have the quality, exceptional quality, but you now start to create a story that makes people want it. It's a life, you're creating a lifestyle of somebody wanting to give back, right? Like from our perspective, how I'm looking at it. But for now, I just feel like yes, luxury is what you define it as. Like you said, the lifestyle that people have, the quality of life. I could wake up and simply say, because I have water, it's a luxury where I'm coming from, right? What we're going through right now in the country in Zambia, having power has become a luxury. So it's what you make it and how you define your life. So for me, it's just changed that now I'm focusing on. And yes, the other thing I learned while I was here is that initially luxury was about hand craftsmanship, right? We had gone into mass production of, I don't know, shoes, Louis V. And I think they're things that you can come and they're either made in China or they're made here so again, I think it's just about the quality of what you want in your life.
Yeah. And I mean, it's one of the conversations we had during the residency with a professor called Runa Dupling, and he, in his research, he'd been looking at luxury as qualified by the state and its kind of anthropological definition. So luxury is anything that's beyond what you need. And here where you talk about water being a luxury, that's kind of something because we need water. If you don't have water, you will die.
Yes.
So, and I guess that kind of shows the extreme differences they have in places where, you know, something becomes a luxury even when you need it.
Yes.
Compared to his research was kind of where does the state draw the line, and, you know, what do they apply tax to, what they're not, but also for people on benefits, they should only have what they need. They don't need extra. We shouldn't encourage them so that they've got more than they need, you know. It's like, again, where does that line get drawn, and is that cruel, you know? And so this idea of also, like, you know, where luxury is about, you know, pampering yourself, looking after, like, you know, I think luxury in a way goes to that thing of goes beyond what you need and looking after yourself into pampering yourself and doing something that's special for yourself, whatever it is.
I understand, but I'm also kind of with his definition, the journal and what we talk about. It's like, what do we need is the question.
Absolutely.
If we define it systemically, what the state can earn taxes on, that is just a capitalistic way of defining luxury and what we need. But there is another sense of what we need, which is, what do I need? What makes a meaningful life? And a meaningful life is the hunger inside of us that cannot be defined by anyone else. It has to grow from the inside. And like time, the state tries to define the time in terms that we should work. Work is like where we find meaningfulness. If you don't work, you are useless. And still, I invested this time because I believe this is part of my luxury, to have the freedom, extremely privileged position I'm in, which I am aware of, but it's also what I believe in. It's a life I want. I don't want to like go into work and come back and then, what did I do today? So I feel like during this residency, we talked a lot about capitalistic systemic failures, and in part also how to change the world or how to change ourselves. And just the fact of having the luxury to delve into these thoughts and within and outside ourselves has been very meaningful in this residency.
And I mean, maybe that moment is something we can wrap up on, you know, the notion that, yeah, although we may associate luxury with, you know, status and then, you know, with the idea that when we're rich, we have access to luxury as a kind of something that's sold to us, you know, work hard, pay your taxes, make money, and then you can buy stuff that will make you feel good, and you'll be better than other people because you've got more than they have, maybe.
It's a definition by the
you know,
state.
it's sold us by capitalism and marketing, but of course there's, you know, many philosophies that work outside, and many people that work outside of that, you know, cultural capital versus economic capital, but then maybe there's a third one, which is kind of about time and freedom in a way. Loads.
I'm very curious to see what will come out, you know, in Zambia and all of us. Maybe something new, a new luxury will come out of it. Who knows?
Yes, it'll be exciting to see there, you know, what all of you will go on to do after this.
Yeah.
So, thank you.